At first, the woman thought it was just a large dirt pit, until she stepped inside and realized it was a footprint. It was several times bigger than her own. What kind of creature could have left something this massive? According to two elderly locals, their dog had been barking nonstop outside around sunset. Thinking it had spotted a stranger, they paid no mind and continued eating dinner. But suddenly, the house started to shake. Thinking it was a landslide, they didn't bother to investigate. They rushed straight to the basement. Just as they got inside, the house was hit with a force that felt like an earthquake. They didn't know how long they stayed hidden, but once the noise stopped, they emerged, only to be stunned by what they saw. Their house had been reduced to rubble. It looked like something had literally rammed through the middle of it. Two enormous footprints were left in the dirt. After hearing their account, team leader Chris was convinced it was the work of a massive creature. They followed the tracks for over 20 kilometers but found nothing, as if the creature had vanished into thin air. Even thermal imaging came up empty. Something that big shouldn't be able to disappear like that. It had to be hiding, but the surrounding terrain was nothing but barren mountains. Where could it possibly hide? What they never imagined was that the creature had camouflaged itself among the rocky cliffs, blending in perfectly like stone. In their search for answers, Katie and the team consulted an old archaeology professor. He had studied giant creatures years ago, though people thought he was crazy and had him committed for a while. Now, with new evidence coming to light, it turned out he may not have been so delusional after all. They took the professor to the site where the giant creature vanished. Using his years of experience in the field, the professor immediately noticed the soil smelled off. Katie followed closely as he pulled out a map he'd marked up over a decade ago. To his surprise, the local geography was all wrong. A mountain had appeared where none should exist. Just as they were comparing notes, the mountain behind them opened its eye. Katie sensed something was off, turned around, and found herself staring directly into the gaze of a giant.